Hello, welcome to another class with Ming. Today we talk about factorization. We have talked about expansion before. That is, factorization is the opposite of expansion. When we were given the equation, expression like this before, x plus 1 times x plus 2, then we can expand this like this, x squared plus 1 plus 2 times everything x plus 1 times 2. That is here is the sum of the constant terms, here's the product of the constant terms, and if you simplify it, you get x squared plus 3x plus 2. Factorization is basically a process that brings x squared plus 3x plus 2 back to these particular factors, factorization. So that is, we're given x squared plus 3x plus 2, we want to re-express it as x plus 1 bracket times another bracket x plus 2, two expressional. These two expressions, each of them is called a factor, F-A-C-T-O-R, factor, F-A-C-T-O-R. And definition of factor is any integer or polynomial. So it can be an integer or a polynomial like this, x plus 2, x plus 1, these are two polynomial linear equations that exactly divides a given integer or polynomial, that exactly divides. So x plus 1 exactly divides x squared plus 3x plus 2 into x plus 2. Similarly, if you have x plus 2 divides x squared plus 3x plus 2, you get x plus 1. So these two are called the factor. So factorization is rewrite an expression into their separate factors. So why is factorization important? Well, if you want to solve an equation like this, quadratic equation, x squared plus 3x plus 2 equal to 0, then if we can factorize it, then we can rewrite this as x plus 1 times x plus 2, everything square, the product of this is equal to 0. Therefore, separately, each term must be equal to 0. So x plus 1 equal to 0 or x plus 2 equal to 0. So you have these two answers, x equal to -1 or x equal to -2. So how does factorization work? Well, it works in these lessons. We have to remember the previous lesson. The previous lesson is that we know, in the previous lesson is this, we know this, the expansion. Basically, here's the subject and we get this. So factorization is that you need to know the right hand side in order to get back the left hand side. So here become the subject. So I put usually in math, we put the subject in the left hand side. So I rewrote this this way. So ax squared plus 2ab plus b squared is equal to a plus b everything squared, and so on. So here are my 4 rules. Actually, there's a fifth one. I'll do the fifth one later. All right. And let's look at some exercises. How do we go about doing this? So you have 16x squared. Well, which form is this? Well, this looks like number 3. So I'm going to rewrite this as 4x everything squared minus 3 everything squared. So that becomes, so this is exactly form number 3. So A is 4x, B is 3. So I can rewrite this as 4x plus 3 times 4x minus 3. So I'm done. So each of this is a factor. And let's set question number 2. Question number 2, I have x squared minus 25y squared. Oh, lucky, this is also form number 3. So I can rewrite this as x squared minus 25 is 5 squared. So it's 5 times y everything squared. So that becomes x plus 5y times x minus 5y. So these are the two factors. I'm done. Question number 3 is slightly different. Question number 3 is x squared plus 6x plus 9. Now we have to decide, well, which form is it? Is it form number 1 or is form number 2? But I think this is probably form number 1, so let's check. So I have x squared plus 2 times 3 times 3 plus, 3, the second 3 is x plus 3 squared. Oh, good. This is exactly form number 1, where a is x, b is 3. So that becomes x plus 3 everything squared. Number 4. Well, number 4 is probably form number 2, so I'm going to give it a try. So I'm going to write x squared minus 2. I'm going to have 7 here. 2 times 7 gives you 14, and have another x at the back plus 7 squared. Great. That is exactly form number 2, where x is a and b is 7. So I can rewrite this as x minus 7 everything squared. Question number 5 is more difficult. Before I decide what form is it, I'm just going to rewrite this out as 3x everything squared minus 2. Then I will have 12xy plus 4y everything squared. So 12 is again, it can be 3x and 4y. So I can rewrite this as 3x everything squared minus 2 3x times 4y plus 4y everything squared. So this, if you look it closely, this is actually form number 2, where a is 3x and b is 4y. So the answer to that will be then 3x minus 4y bracket everything squared. 3x minus 4y everything squared. Great. Now we go to question number 6. Question number 6. This, if I write this is x squared plus 2, 5 and x plus 21, I'm not going anywhere, because 2 times 5 is not going to make 21. So it's not going to be form number 1. It might be form 4. So I need to think about two numbers that are multiplied together give me 21 and add them together give me 10. Can you guess of those two numbers? Very good. 3 and 7. So let's try that. So that's going to be x squared plus 3 plus 7 x plus 3 times 7. This is form number 4. So the answer to this is x plus 3 times x plus 7. Right. So I have done my factorization.